Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Welcome back to
Star Wars.
another top 10 video because I'm like all the cool kids.
Yeah, since, Patrick doesn't get any views, he's becoming a, branch for Watch Mojo.
Yeah. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, to, celebrate the, fuckery of the timeline and, the reboot of the Star Wars game, we're going to look back at the old one and see how terrible everyone's deaths were.
Yep. So, we're gonna go check out the top 10. I don't know if we should call it best deaths or worst deaths.
Most interesting deaths.
Most interesting deaths in
Star Wars.
Last Star War. Here we go. Alright, number 10.
Number 10. Darth Vader. He was quite a cruel murderer, but when it came to himself, he got a fate worse than death before he killed himself, being gone forever.
Yeah. So, Mason, you tell us how this one went. Or can you? You did it.
Okay. So. Yeah, I vividly remember this one.
Start with the battle.
Okay, yeah. So, at this point in time, Darth Vader, he was the head of the New Republic. Like, he kind of appointed himself as leader, which was kind of fascist, and that's not great.
So anyway, not fascist.
Our hero, Niku Palpatine, showed up to a Senate meeting, and they started beating the ever-loving shit out of each other and like throwing Senate seats and stuff, like Palpatine versus Yoda, except more awesome. And then I don't remember the rest of the fight. Do you remember any of it?
Well, you pulled the entire Senate building down on top of us.
Oh, yeah?
And then I kept trying to do something. There was something really specific that I wanted to do. Like, there was a way I could kill you. There was a really low chance that it would happen, but I was doing the same thing over and over and over again, trying to get.
I think you chopped off one of my limbs at one point.
Yeah, I did, but they grow back, don't they? So.
Yeah. I was in a dirge body at the point. I being Niku and him being Darth Vader.
Yeah, but eventually, since Niku is literally Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so is Anakin, but Niku is more so.
Anakin is the movie Jesus, but Niku's our game Jesus.
Yeah.
He's the chosen one.
So since Niku is Jesus, he beat the crap out of Anakin and took him to his little lab. Nice.
I should note that at this point, Darth Vader didn't look like Darth Vader. He was in a clone replacement body and looked like Anakin.
Yes, that's a good.
Yeah. So anyway, after Niku incapacitated him, he got Anakin and his wife, and he Frankensteined them together, and then let Darth Vader wake up with his wife stitched onto him, who then proceeded to freak the fuck out, murder some people, turn to the dark side, and killed himself.
Yeah.
Like a gamer.
Yeah, he started fighting Niku again, just so that he could stab himself on Niku's lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like
and this is only number 10.
This is only number 10. So, do your thing. For,
number 9. The Tragedy of the Unwise Jedi. Anyway, so, he was, still Jango at this point in time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, Alex was, Jango Fett, and he was slowly brainwashing a bunch of Jedi, and then,
he claims it was consensual.
Haha. Anyway, he put them all in the Jedi Temple because, shit was going down with, a meeting with, not Niku, Palpatine, Yoda, and, Jango Fett in a little, like, dive bar somewhere nearby. And anyway, all of this, he put all of his Jedi in the Jedi Temple just in case something went weird. But what he didn't know was in the Sith Temple beneath the Jedi Temple I hooked up a giant laser to Coruscant's core, and I blasted him with it, and which in turn killed all of the Jedi Temple, including all of his Jedi. So, you know.
The sheer coincidence is why it's above Darth Vader.
Yeah, it was absolutely hilarious.
And it was probably like, this guy laser was just hilarious enough to put it over the top.
Yeah. Of course, it's at the bottom of a three-way tie.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, number 8.
Number 8, Darth Plagueis the Wise. Everyone knows who Darth Plagueis the Wise is in his little tragedy. But this Darth Plagueis, played by Dawson, he just didn't want to die. So he just never drank anything or went to sleep. And that's fine, because, you know, the dark side. So, anyway, I was like, hey dude, you know, I'm sorry for trying to kill you, but I found the, you know, path to immortality, and we should rule the galaxy together. But in the meantime, on Mustafar, I had a Sith cave, and nearby I had an excavator, and Jedi Starfighter with a changeling in it, and 2 IG-8 units, and that's where it starts getting funky. And, yeah, okay, so, we go inside. I'm like, hey, let's go look at the secret of immortality. So we go inside the cave, right? And then one of the IG units starts shooting or something. The Jedi Starfighter takes off, and we're like, oh shit, we gotta get out there. So I'm running slightly ahead of Plagueis, and then I have one of the IG units blow itself up, crumbling in the entrance of the cave on top of Plagueis. And then is that when I got the excavator out?
I think so.
Yeah, that's when I got the excavator and fucking excavated him, and then buried the whole area with lava using force. And then I blew up the other IG-8 unit and killed the changeling.
Yeah, this was the definitely the best, well planned out assassination on this list. It's just like, it's not up there because it's not that crazy.
Yeah, this is when I actually was like, yeah, I'm going to respect my enemies and like go really try really hard. But then after that, everyone was such an idiot that, you know, I didn't need to.
Alex failed so often that it warped your perception of reality.
Yep.
So now, do you think?
Number 7, Jango Fett, the ruler of Mandalore, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah. Apparently.
So Jango Fett, he got into some shit.
Yeah.
We've already kind of covered this one because he died in the same incident that killed all his Jedi.
Illustrated in the bottom left.
Yep.
But yeah. So, you know, Jango Fett, he was taking over the galaxy, and I just did not like that. So, he got blown up by the sky laser, which is funny, because, you know, I got out there fine since I'm Palpatine, and I, you know, was using an illusion, I think. Or no, I did a droid to replace me.
Yeah,
and then Yoda just sucked it all up, and then Kamehameha'd the fucking moon.
Yeah,
just blew that.
He used his force powers to absorb the blast of a giant Death Star laser coming from the surface from the core of the planet, and used his epic majesty to blast that motherfucker into the moon and blow up the moon.
Yep. Thankfully, Coruscant has like 30 moons or something, so it was fine. 3. Okay.
It has 30 moons. Yeah, so this, I think, was the point where Alex just left his own brain.
Yeah.
And he just started doing the crazy shit to get
That's
back.
when he was like, I will be Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I will just happen to walk over to the Mandalorian Empire and, you know, take over it.
Yeah. He's just like, I am going to kill this motherfucker no matter how hard.
Yeah, he kept getting new characters for the whole game and kept trying to kill me. He never succeeded,
Yep.
not a single time.
And this is why.
Uh,
He started a war, and then he got assassinated. And
Yep.
he wondered why. Do your thing!
Number 6, Mon Calamari. The freaky little fish people got freaking boiled to death.
Yeah. You know, I I came into this video thinking I was going to like talk more, but you killed all of these people.
Yeah, all but like number 5.
Yeah. So, like, I mostly just want you to say it because like
You know,
you
get a
know it
glimpse
better,
at the
but-
madman, see what was
yeah.
going through my head.
Yeah, what was going through you? But also, I don't want to just be here and
Yeah.
you know just
You can take this one. This one's pretty simple.
yeah. So, the Mon Calamari were causing a big problem for Palpatine. He had like they were making ships for the rebels, and he was like, no, I'm not going to let that happen. So he sent a fleet so massive that when they bombarded the planet, they warmed the ocean to the point of boiling all of the Mon Calamari alive.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think I got it all.
Yeah.
And Count Dooku, Yoda, and Obi-Wan witnessed this event, and as they were out in space outside of the blockade, and they saw the planet they started the bombardment, and the three of them were just like, yeah, no, we're not going there. And they just left. It was great.
Yeah, it was.
So, number 5.
Number 5, that guy's face got fucking exploded.
Oh yeah, I thought
You can do this one, I don't remember as well.
Gardula. I forgot. All right, so, Tahiri, is fucking crazy.
Yeah, she is.
So,
God.
there was this one point during the Second Galactic Civil War where this one admiral refused to follow orders, or I think he was like a general, but he refused to follow orders because like half of the military was turning on Darth Vader. So she just like casually walked up to him and used force lightning so hard that it blew up his entire body and splattered him all over the crew. It was pretty epic. Do we have anything else? This one was pretty basic, but just the absolute lethality of it was enough to get on this list.
Yeah.
I can just imagine that guy, like, oh my god, and then he just fucking died.
Oh, that's like some Mortal Kombat shit.
It is! Oh my god, it is.
Oh, yeah.
So, next up, number 4.
Number 4, Mace Windu. He burned up a little bit too hard on re-entry. If I were him, I would have just slowed down.
Yeah, if I were him. Okay, so, he
I actually have the fight pulled up for this one.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
he had been following Palpatine around for
As
a
an
while,
alleged bodyguard to investigate me.
to investigate him because Alex's Jedi, prior to their death, gave the Jedi Council a tip that the Palpatine was the Sith Lord that they were looking for.
He had no way of knowing this, but you know Alex, so.
I feel like he did though.
Yeah.
There was something. There was a reason. I wouldn't have let him if he didn't have a reason.
Yeah, well, he almost got there with the fuel stuff, the Rhydonium.
Yeah, almost. That investigation was... All the investigations were so sad. Anyway, back on
Anyway, back to Mace Windu.
So, Palpatine had been trying to get rid of him for a while. He tried to get General Grievous to kill him. That didn't work. But then he was like, okay, fine, I'll just do it myself, like Thanos. And he just he went up in a pod, just like hundreds of miles over the surface of Kuwait, which had been
Yeah,
destroyed
so
by this
we
planet.
were in a little shuttle over Kuwait.
And he decided to kill him there.
Yep.
Um.
So, you ready for the play-by-play?
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So, we're up in upper orbit, and let's see. I don't remember why we started the duel, but basically,
I mean, you
I
started
think
the duel because you just wanted to kill him.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like, hey, yeah, I know you're onto me. I'm going to fucking murder you. And then, so I take out my lightsabers and I just start slashing the walls of the shuttle, walking up to him, which, that's not good for a spacecraft. So we kind of start falling, and, the oxygen's running out, and then, uh, he loses a lightsaber for a bit. I start electrocuting him. He runs for the escape pod, but it's a tiny escape pod, so he turns off his lightsaber. But then I jump in there. I'm dodging his flying lightsaber since he's shooting around with the Force, and then we're stuck in here. And he starts banging my head into the wall over and over and over, like a certain someone's daughter. And so now we're both falling in the escape pod, but while he's banging my head, I'm letting him think he's winning. So I take my lightsaber, I turn down the blade length knob, which I know because of my visual dictionary outlines that, and I'm a true Star Wars fan. So
I
anyway,
think you
since it's
described
short,
it as Jimmy Neutron Brain Blast.
yeah, Jimmy Neutron brain blast moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I stab him in the chest. Oh yeah, my quote was, "Reading the visual dictionary as a kid has served me well." So he's dying very quickly, and then he tries to lightsaber me through his own body, but that doesn't go too well. And then I let him get sucked out of
Well,
the
no,
window.
he tries to hit you with the lightsaber, and you deflect it in past the window, so he gets sucked out of the window.
Yep, and then he burns up on
And he
re-entry.
burns up on re-entry.
Yep, and then I just teleport to the ground. You were like, "Oh my god, now I have to figure out how to get to the ground. You're screwed." I just teleport down.
Yep, because Palpatine is God.
Yeah, he's the father.
So, Mace Windu burns up on re-entry. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
Palpatine.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Which makes me wonder why you didn't just, hit the pod with your lightsaber to begin with, and then just teleport down.
Well, he could have slowed it down with force or something. I wasn't thinking of that then.
So
Anyway, and then that's pretty suspicious to murder him. But I just told the Jedi, oh yeah, Darth Krayt just kind of showed up in fog on the shuttle and stabbed him, and then in his dying breath, Mace Windu saved me with the Force. Which they believed that.
Yeah, and this was the point where you realized everybody else was an idiot and that you were the only sane person in this entire game.
Yep. And then that's when I stopped trying and everything went to shit.
Yep, I know we said that earlier, but this was probably closer to being the one.
Yeah, I argue that Mace Windu's the one. Oh god. Number 3, Padme Amidala. Oh, she died twice.
Yeah, she died twice because the first time was the plot one, or it wasn't really that. It was just
no.
Mason killed her because plot.
Yeah, I stuck a bomb in her.
Yeah, and then framed the Jedi for it. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
She was splattered all over the walls.
She splattered all over Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, she did. Which then, that DNA later got scraped up by Silo or whatever the fuck his name was, and they cloned her.
It was the DNA that got scraped off of her belongings that I kept because I'm a psychopath. I'm Darth Vader.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. I got that from watching the videos yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, they clone her. They bring her back to life. Did you normal age her or fast age her? It was something creepy either way.
It was normal.
Yeah. So, Anakin was the pedo this time around. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
only for about 15 years. Then I switched bodies and it was okay.
Yeah. And then they just had a soulless clone of Padme, so they killed her, and I used Sith magic to bring her back to life, and it was Padme again. Which, I'm not sure if that's how that should work, but, I was feeling nice. I was rewarding Anakin for something.
Yeah, it was because I helped you kill Silo.
Yeah, you ratted out Silo, so I was
Yeah.
like, you know what, I'm being generous today.
Yeah, so then we get to the second death, which you have
Oh.
also already heard.
Yep, we live dissected her and put parts of her on Vader, so, I don't know what else to add to that.
Yeah, this one's up here because live dissection is excruciating, and also, dying twice is abnormal.
Haha.
Haha. Padme. Number 2.
Number 2, Trioculus. This went to shit really badly, and it's all Patrick's idea.
Do you want to cover it?
I'll do what I remember, and then you can fill in the rest. So basically, I was like, hey, Trioculus, you're pretending to be the son of Palpatine. I'm the son of Palpatine. Even though I was like 30% Palpatine, I was a clone as Niku, So Niku goes in there, and, I don't remember what order, but he beat him up, took out his third eye, cut him in half, and tore out his kidney and used it as a paintbrush on the wall to write false child. Which that part was Patrick's idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, Niku, I imagined him as being more horrible than just, beating him up, ripping out his third eye, and taking out his kidney and cutting him in half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it had that blue touch. Yeah, and that little picture with the terrified face, that's St. Passage finding the body. And then he left for a while.
Yeah, with the baby face down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he died of old age.
Yeah, because he didn't want to deal with the galaxy after that.
Yeah. So Trioculus was pretty bad, but he's nothing compared to the only death which got solid 10s from everybody on every score. That
Number
1.
Number 1, Niku Palpatine, suicide via time-traveling space lizard.
You do this.
Okay, to set the stage, Niku has this self-replicating hive mind clone army that's taken over most of the galaxy. That's the little blue guy in the picture on the right, because, they're also cannibals and they eat everyone. Because I didn't want to feed them. So, anyway, the picture on the left, that's just Dune, but in Star Wars. But that's not important.
This is Dune, but in Star Wars.
Yeah. Anyway, Ezra Bridger, a.k.a. Thrawn 4 or whatever, the Mandalorian, he's like, I don't like Niku's rule. I want to murder him. So I, as Niku, challenge Alex Ezra to a duel. And I'm like, let's do this on Ilum. He's like, no. I'm like, let's do this on the moon of Ilum. And he's like, sure. Little does he know that since Ilum was Starkiller base because it's just filled with kyber crystals, I put several thousand, or probably several million, of my clones that are going to make them zap the planet with force energy, so it'd be a mega giant Death Star to shoot us both, but then I just survive because Niku's Niku. And then, so he shows up. His plan that he's been working with Patrick, though, is that Ezra is going to show up and use his whale summoning ability to summon a whale and pull out light speed at the last second to ram into Niku. He did this before the laser went off, and Niku survived. But Niku at this point was like, fuck it, I'm kind of tired and depressed. So he went back in time and put a Ysalamiri on the freaking Space Force whale thing, and then went back to the position and went boom when he got rammed with a freaking lizard on a whale.
He hated that space whale so much, he went back in time and killed himself with it.
Yep. I mean, thinking about that, or I guess I went back in time and got a Calamari from the past point.
Yeah.
Because you can't take them back in time.
Yeah. So, this
Anyway,
probably didn't deserve first place, but it's here anyway because Niku.
Yeah.
And Niku always
Yeah.
wins because
Yeah, he
Jesus.
does. You know, did one of my characters wrong you in some horrible way? You want it on another list? Tell us. We'll probably not do it because fuck you guys. Anyway, ready for the next game, Patrick?
I don't think I'll ever be ready for another one of these.
I'll give everyone a head start. It won't be that bad.
Uh-huh.